Welcome to this video where I'm going to talk about why you haven't been able to get your first marketing job. In a second, I'm going to refer to some of the notes that I wrote down. But before I get into that, what I do want to say is that I have a free Discord group and a community of people just like you that are on the same mission for you, that are on the same mission as you, and it's 100% free to join. So you can join right now. I do have about 75 users in that community, and once it hits 100, it will no longer be free to join. So I would suggest, because there's only 15 spots left, that you join as soon as possible. Now here's the thing. The reason why you haven't been able to get your first digital marketing job is because, number one, you actually haven't put together the proper piece of material that demonstrates that you have a portfolio that shows that you're competent enough to handle the role that you are applying for. See, a lot of people think that in the type of portfolio that they need, first of all, a lot of people don't have a diverse portfolio, right? You need to have something that demonstrates your technical ability. You need to have something that demonstrates how good you are at communicating with clients. You need to have something that also demonstrates how much you know the industry that you're in, right? That you're specifically choosing to work in, and so on and so forth. You need to have case studies. You need to be able to show a proven track of you need to show a proven track record of results, and all that good stuff in order to really stand out and have somebody think that you're more qualified than the other candidates that might be applying, right? That's the first thing. You have to put together something that demonstrates why someone should actually hire you from an aspect, from not just from a technical aspect, but from a broad standpoint. The next thing I would say is that you're not trying to specialize, and this was a mistake that I made when I first got started. So here's the thing. The first thing you need to understand is when it comes to getting a job, or when it comes to marketing, especially how marketing is right now in this landscape, there are some skill sets that will be more rewarded than others in specific industries, right? So, for example, I think one of the biggest opportunities right now is to work in local SEO because of the fact that the Google Business Profile is becoming more and more important in how SEO is done for local businesses, because it's an easy way to quantify results. And Google is changing how the SERP is right now, the search engine results page, and changing who shows up in the organic search results. But the Google Business Profile always shows up at the top, which means that there's real estate there for companies to play in. So any company that can rank in that top map spec will be rewarded as a result of the skill set that you have, right? And so, this is why, for example, I might go into local SEO for law firms over doing SEO for e-commerce, because it's much harder to get visibility for e-commerce stores, especially with how chaotic the SERP is right now, right? But if you compare that to Facebook ads, for example, maybe Facebook ads might be a bigger opportunity for e-commerce. So you should pick an industry that is adjacent to your skill set that you can capitalize when you get in, right? Because at the end of the day, that's how it's going to determine whether or not you get the job or not, if you can make a huge impact on the business that you're working for. So I highly recommend, in this day and age, trying to specialize to increase your chances. And then when you do that, you can create all these case studies that's around that specific industry that you're going to work in, and that makes you stand out even more, because somebody else who's applying might not be as specialized as you, right? And industry knowledge is more important than anything else, especially if you can communicate that you understand the sales cycle, you understand the customer, you understand basically just the business overall, because you can leverage that in your marketing to get the best results for the client, right? The next thing is you're investing in the wrong resources. So there's people out here that's buying these expensive courses, courses on the market for $800, which I don't knock, because my course used to be $800 as well. But the reality of the situation is that information now is commoditized. You have ChatGPT, you have all of these different platforms that can provide you with the same information. SEMrush has free courses and stuff like that. So you don't only need courses, but you also need specialized help and attention that will help you to understand how to navigate the landscape that you're in, right? And so you need somebody who's closer. You need a sort of like a mentor who can help you. The good thing is that, I think I mentioned earlier in this video, but I have a free Discord group that you can join. And there's, I'm going to close it off of being free to join once we get 100 people. But right now there's 75 people. If you join right now, you get it for free. and there's a whole bunch of people that's working on the same goal as you. But also, we're going to have accountability calls, specific nuanced content, and I'm going to be answering any questions that anyone has so that you can get the most success possible, right? The next thing is, you don't fully understand digital marketing as a whole. So you might think you do to some capacity, but you haven't done enough research or enough studying to really know and be confident in your skill set. Or maybe if you did do enough, well, maybe you're confident, but maybe you're delusional to some degree. And maybe you did do enough research. However, you haven't done enough execution to prove to yourself that you actually know what you're doing, right? So you should definitely execute more. And the way that you execute is you get opportunity. You either figure out what is the thing that you can create that you can work on for yourself, or who is someone that you can help that you can work on for them, right? And you can help them accomplish their goals and then track that by having measurable KPIs in place, right? And then the last thing is, maybe you're not good at articulating what you know. A lot of the times you might know everything. You might know how the technicalities of marketing works, and you might know the psychological aspect of marketing as well, which is the most important part of marketing, but you might not be able to know how to communicate that. And the thing is that if you can't communicate what you know, then people won't trust you and won't think that you know what you're talking about. So you basically need drills to help you, number one, reinforce that you know what you know, and also to explain it out loud, right? And then when you can explain it out loud, then you're looked at as more of an authority. When you're looked at as more of an authority, you have a higher chance of landing your first job. So I would say, that's one of the main things that you need to focus on as well, is practicing how to articulate yourself, which is one of the things that we will be covering in the Discord group by providing you with specific frameworks that I've used to help me learn how to become a better speaker. If you went all the way to my first videos on YouTube, you could see that I was nowhere near as good of a speaker that I am now. And I'm not the best speaker in the world, but I've definitely been able to improve significantly. And I want to help you do the same thing. So thanks a lot for watching this video. If you got value out of it, and I'll see you in the Discord group. Peace.